Okay, was ist genau hier? Ach, der Helm. Und ein Zielfernrohr. Hat er das benutzt vielleicht?
Brother, you've managed to collect all the armor
Wow.
pieces. Too bad it's too late for the big showdown.
Ja, tatsächlich. Wenigstens ist mein Sammeltrieb jetzt befriedigt.
Indeed, you found it all. Now your mortal coil is completely protected. Few cops are this futuristic.
Immerhin bin ich jetzt wirklich unbesiegbar. Ah, und Klaas' Reisepass. Okay. Sieh nun nach dem Deserteur, ja. Ja, dann muss das hier ein Fehler sein. Wir haben sonst alle Aufträge abgeschlossen. Dieser weitgereiste und mit zahlreichen Visa versehene Reisepass stammt aus der Republik Oranje. Du hast ihn im Phasmidennest auf der Insel gefunden. Du kannst ihn öffnen, um mehr darüber zu erfahren.
This passport, issued by the Sovereign Republic of Oranje, is issued to a black-haired woman called Katarzyna Alazie.
Classia's hidden documents from the MT boy.
Sehen wir das Foto an?
It's Klasia, with short black hair and glasses. She looks boyish, younger somehow.
Was hatte denn der im Phasmidennest zu suchen?
Maybe our man, Mr. Dross, took it from Classia's, or whatever her name was. Hiding place, or...
Vielleicht für eine Art Bestechungsversuch?
Perhaps, but that still doesn't explain how it got into the nest.
Die Phasmide hat ihn sich genommen. Ich konnte es spüren. Ich habe gesehen, wie etwas mit spindeldürren Beinen die Boje geöffnet hat.
Like a magpie? What a coincidence. Then it would also have collected the other objects, which would be highly unusual.
By now, the lieutenant has accepted your unusual methods.
Ist wahrscheinlich besser so.
I can see how the helmet could wash up on the island. And the scope. Maybe Mr. Dross lost it. But to seek this out would be very unusual behavior for an arthropod.
Darauf steht Katarzyna Alazie.
She said it would be for Anouk Meyer-Smith. Anouk Meyer-Smith.
Eine weitere Lüge.
I told you she kept lying to you.
Ja.
She's probably lying to someone else right now, in another city.
Vielleicht ist das ihr echter Reisepass und keine Fälschung. Das ist immerhin ihr echter Name.
No, she lied to us. Her so-called real name was not her real name. Somehow she's managed to lie to us about that too.
Ja. Er deutet ein Lächeln an. Wie lautet dann ihr echter Name?
I don't know, but it's not Katarzyna Alazie or Klasia or Anouk Meyer-Smith. We didn't even scratch the surface with her, detective. Perhaps it's better that we didn't arrest her. Who knows what hell she'd be raising in my district by now.
Alle Männer um den Finger gewickelt. Steckt den Reisepass ein. Okay. Dann wird's Zeit. Jetzt wirklich.
What is it? What do you want from me? I can't go.
Something is very wrong with him now.
Wie ist es denn möglich, dass sie die Phasmide nicht gesehen haben? Starrt ins Schilf und verstummt.
Mr. Dross?
The man does not respond. He keeps staring, black eyes glazed over and bulging from their sockets, his gap-toothed mouth shaking. Like an addict of some terrible substance.
Ich berühre ihn vorsichtig an der Schulter.
The plastic cape feels coarse. A light shiver passes the man. Other than that, no reaction. He feels small and frail.
He's going into some kind of psychomotor immobility. The good news is, this solves our transportation problem. Doesn't it, Mr. Dross?
The trembling mouth appears to sigh.
Between this and the broken tire he's used for a boat, I think it's safe to leave him here, while we go and get help. It will need to be medical first, I'm afraid.
Was ist mit dem Mann passiert?
Old age and shock.
Ich glaube, es liegt an der Phasmide.
Yes, the arrest and the appearance of the Phasmid, the combined stress. But you think it's something more than that, don't you?
There's much more. Remember what it said when it spoke.
Ich habe mit der Phasmide geredet. Sie hat erzählt, dass sie ihn zerstöre.
You should be more careful, Detective. Are you sure it wasn't having an effect on you?
Kann schon sein. Sie versucht jedenfalls nur nicht gesehen zu werden. Die Verminderung der geistigen Leistungsfähigkeit ist eine Nebenwirkung.
A valid hunch. Long-term exposure to something like that could be neurodegenerative. Also, please be careful when approaching unknown species in the future, Detective.
Ja. Er konnte sie nicht sehen, Kim. Für ihn war da nur Schilf.
That could be part of the shock. But you're right, something is off here. Mr. Dross,
Fasst den Mann an der Schulter an.
No response.
Vielleicht ist die Phasmide so all die Jahre unentdeckt geblieben.
then how did we see it? Oh, you mean, whatever does this, does it over time? Teenagers, kids, drunks, sightings are brief, and hence not credible. But anyone who spends a long time with it.
Genau, man vergisst, dass sie da ist.
Mr. Dross, have you ever seen a stick insect pretending to be the reeds?
The
The doctors will have to look at this. I hope your station has better medical personnel than 57. This is a little advanced for a nurse.
Es könnte sein, dass es etwas Hormonelles in seiner Beziehung mit der Phasmide gibt.
You mean pheromonal?
Nein, vergessen Sie es.
He does not look hormonal anymore.
Das ist Quatsch.
Motionless. His plastic cape flaps in a sudden gust of wind.
Er ist schon eine ganze Weile hier. Wer weiß, wie lange in ihrer Gesellschaft.
He did seem distressed when it finally came to arresting him. Like he didn't want to leave this place. And the insect, maybe.
Er sieht auf sein Notizbuch.
I have absolutely forgotten to take notes. I hope I remember all of this. This will be one hell of a report. Thank God we have the photo.
Wir haben ein paar Dinge im Nest der Phasmide gefunden, Herr Dross.
He stares into the reeds. Your words don't stir anything in him. Perhaps you should.
Ich zeige ihm den Keramikhelm.
Nothing. Just dull staring. Not even rage left, wherever he is. The last embers have gone out. The war is over.
If Kuno kicked it into the sea, as he said he did, the ebb would put it back here. This makes sense. Mr. Dross could have picked it up. Or the Phasmid even. If it did, this is incredible.
Ich zeige ihm den oranesischen Pass.
No reaction. His breathing is slow, and he appears very old all of a sudden. Around 80.
Did you take this passport and other papers from a boy on the course?
The spirit.
He hears us. The spirit?
No reply. He's gone again.
Try something else? We got him back for a moment.
Ich zeige ihm das abmontierte Zielfernrohr.
I lost.
Sie haben es verloren, Herr Dross.
He turns his eyes to the reeds again, as he's done so many times. Beige and white stripes.
He lost the scope. Then it somehow made its way over there. With the help of a magpie Phasmid?
Der Lieutenant beobachtet das Glitzern des Objektivs in seiner Hand.
This sight is a T9, Mr. Dross. Was it attached to the rifle when you made the shot?
Silence. Not even a sigh. You've gotten all you will out of this poor being.
Ruhen Sie sich erstmal aus, Herr Dross.
The plastic cape flaps around his face in a gust of wind. His back is slouched and his mouth open. The blacks of his eyes are receding. His pupils are returning to normal. The strength has all gone out of him. Just frail old bones in a sack of tracksuit trousers and a windbreaker.
Halten Sie die Ohren steif.
We should think about getting back to the mainland. To get help. He'll be safe here. If we don't take too long.
Okay. Dann schnell zurück. muss das Boot nochmal. Weiter runter. So.
The skiff is swaying on the waves by the dock.
Fahren wir wieder aufs Festland zurück,
Let's. We are done here.
sagt er und drückt seine Brille zurecht, während er über das Wasser schaut.
The skiff rocks gently under your weight as you get in. The ride back is uneventful and quiet. But for the sound of conversation on the water, there is someone inland waiting for you. 2 men and a woman stand on the concrete square of a nameless village, looking at a small yellow boat as it draws closer. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Look what the tide brought him.
Sagt der Mann ohne Sonnenbrille. Plötzlich ändert sich sein Gesichtsausdruck und er neigt den Kopf zur Seite.
I want to call you a teapot, but I'm honestly kind of impressed. No idea where you got all that gear, but there's no doubt in my mind that some bad people are looking for it. Also, you look like a fucking idiot.
Die Rüstung. Niemand sonst scheint sich daran zu stören.
Oh, really? They don't seem bothered by it? That's because you're a cop in an exoskeleton.
Ach, das erklärt so einiges.
Yes, that has always explained it.
Vic, calm down.
Das ist im Augenblick nicht wichtig. Da ist eine
We're
riesige...
not forgetting about anything. Look at you.
Zeig mit beiden Händen auf dich. Wer sind sie alle?
Hello, Trent Heilerstein. I believe
Ja.
we've met on several occasions.
Hallo, Trant?
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean Vicomar, and this is your
Was
special
wir auch?
task force. Or what's left of it. Special Consultant Trent Heidelstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Oh,
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Lieutenant Kim Kisuragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island, where our investigation led us. We might need your help with something later.
fügt er hinzu, plötzlich wieder selbstbewusster.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not a naughty boy.
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
Danke, Lieutenant,
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
sagt sie in einem freundlichen Ton und schenkt dem Lieutenant ein flüchtiges Lächeln.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
Worum geht es denn?
Ari, we want to help you. Trent, I believe this is where you come in?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. I'm at best an enthusiast in cognitive science.
Ist das jetzt eine Intervention hier oder was?
My background is in something else entirely. I engage in neurology on a merely theoretical level. In fact, I should probably get going.
No, Trent, it's too late. You're part of this shit now. What have you got to say for yourself, shit kid?
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets. Shit, kid. What an interesting moniker.
Grützkopf.
You. Shit kid, that's you.
Maybe you've deserved it.
Wo waren Sie die ganze Zeit? Es hat ein Söldnertribunal gegeben.
God damn it, Harry.
Er verlagert sein Gewicht, verschränkt die Arme und starrt in die Augen.
You told us to fuck off. You said we're cramping your style. Your detective god. Fuck everything. All will burn. Detect or die.
Moment, Sie haben mich also allein auf eine Horde professioneller Killer losgelassen, nur damit ich meine Lektion lerne?
It wasn't like that.
Fuck you, Harry. We didn't know there was gonna be a tribunal, did we?
Das habe ich wirklich alles gesagt. So bin ich jetzt nicht mehr.
Yes. You're sorry. You're the sorriest cop who ever lived.
Ich weiß.
Nothing has changed, Harry. I've heard this repentance shit a million times over.
Sie haben ein Einsatzkommando erwähnt?
Yeah. Major Crimes Unit. Under Lieutenant Dubois and Vicomar. Ring any bells?
Können Sie meine Erinnerung auffrischen? Wer ist noch dabei?
Refresh your memory? It's a goddamn major crimes unit. There's you, me, Jude, Tron fucking Heidelstein, and Guillaume baby.
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Alles klar.
Oh, fuck you. You're part of this shit show.
Ja, aber erstmal, wer ist Guillaume Baby?
Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Baby is a police reporter who joined our team. He was really good. Then he left because he lost faith in your ability to lead the unit. Other people have left too. Good, smart people. People we won't get back. Only me and this really patient patrol officer are still here. And Tron because I'm forcing him to stay.
Okay, und was macht dieses Einsatzkommando?
Do? It's a major crimes unit. We clear the desk of cases so Precinct 41 doesn't look like the worst station in town. We are shit tier now, Harry. Because of you.
The 41st isn't...
Er bricht ab. Er will den Satz nicht beenden. Ich kann nicht behaupten, dass bei irgendwas davon bei mir klingelt.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage. Trant, this is where you come in. How bad is it?
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's standing, reasoning. All good signs, but complete retrograde amnesia, episodic and semantic. As displayed in the station call, our interactions with him, and I don't want to be a snitch, but also mine with him before when Harry did not seem to know who I was. It's all very interesting.
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically, and why not socioeconomically?
Moment, sozioökonomisch? Glauben Sie, ich wäre so arm, dass ich deswegen mein Gedächtnis verloren hätte?
Not when you phrase it like that. But I don't think critical theory... I know everyone thinks this is far-fetched pink academia, but still. I don't think it should be off the table here.
Natürlich, Trant.
What? He lost his memory because of capitalism?
No, not like that. I'm not talking Werde for school here. But Harry, I asked you, what do you think happened?
Gute Frage. Mir ist etwas passiert, was so traurig war, dass ich einfach nicht mehr ich sein konnte. Es war ein Selbstschutzmechanismus.
Psychotraumatic amnesia, Trant? I can go for that. Shit kid is a broken man. Always has been. Who isn't? I know I am. But you know what? I keep my shit together.
Yeah,
also, I know a person can't wipe their own mind, however traumatic it gets. That doesn't happen. You're lying, or insane, or both.
But Detective Wigmer, he has blanked out before.
Wirklich?
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. One was after the two drunks case, the other when we looked into that mural.
The two cases in your ledger, the unsolvable case and the Next World mural, those were recent. Those cases were hard on you.
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toes into it, prepared. That's where he would have gotten the idea, yes. Practice. And then he used alcohol to get there, so to speak.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. What if this is an absolutely normal reaction to the world we're living in? What if this is not a significant anomaly at all? Something to be explained, approached as a defect? Look at the sensory input here.
Er deutet auf die Umgebung.
Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live here for 40 years. As a police detective, he's like a magnetic reader on the world tape, to borrow a known metaphor. Harry's been pushed flat against it. Total input. Hardwired to the free market. He just needed for its end.
Okay, Trent, thank you. That's absolutely meaningless. I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not be able to work in a major crimes unit? Is he a cretin now? I want to know that.
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not in his previous leadership role, then as a line detective.
Leadership, now.
Ich habe nichts dagegen, vorerst ein normaler Detective zu sein.
For now, I misphrased my question. It should have been, is he able to put his clothes on and use the body? Or do we need to get him on a disability pension?
Was passiert jetzt?
Now nothing. Now we're just going to stand here.
Ich stehe nur da.
Yeah. Just stand there. It's cool.
Wirklich?
No. Now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to your motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
Lass mich doch einfach mal in Ruhe. Ich war besoffen und habe ihn ins Meer gefahren.
Ah, so refreshing.
Yeah.
He just admits it. Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for destroying 45,000 real of police property that's coming out of everyone's payslip.
Kein Problem.
It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
Ich habe meinen Ausweis dabei.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain
Oh,
a grip
komm
on
schon.
the smooth plastic, and the badge slips out of your hand.
Auge-Hand-Koordination. Ich habe noch einen Punkt. Den ich vielleicht für was anderes brauchen könnte. Ah, egal. Ich fange ihn. Ja.
Not today, badge.
Ja. Sehen Sie meinen Ausweis.
And your gun?
Die habe ich in der Hand. Meine Waffe ist hier. Ein
He
Revolver.
has it. And he didn't drop it. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before
Eigentlich
you kill
nicht.
someone.
Bin schon seit Tagen nüchtern. Ich bin nicht besoffen. Ich habe nicht wieder mit dem Saufen angefangen.
So you forgot to drink? I don't buy it. Why do you smell like a corpse then?
Wegen der Hormone?
He's wounded.
Ach so,
It's been a long week, and he's handled an actual corpse.
stimmt. Ja, es war eine ziemlich heftige Woche. Tut mir leid, dass ich stinke.
A bit of a week? You're
Nein.
drunk, and you let a suspect escape, a certain Classier, because you were too drunk to assess a flight risk.
Das hatte nichts mit besoffen zu tun.
We've read the report, Sari. Lieutenant Kitsuhagi's. We know.
Okay, Moment. Was nehme ich? Klasse, die war eine Spionin aus dem Okzident mit Spezialausbildung.
Oh, well, if she was specially trained. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect who also escaped. Yeah, Ruby's something. Or the fact that you're Everclear's little peony now, doing I don't know what for him. That's small-time stuff. That's nothing. That's a humorous anecdote. Compared to the 8 people who were gunned
Ja,
down.
ich weiß.
The
Oh
streets
mein
are
Gott.
literally red with blood, Harry. It was fucking mass murder.
Ja, das bereue ich auch tatsächlich, dass ich das nicht besser hingekriegt habe.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could. The company hired and vetted mercenaries. Lieutenant Dubois got between them and the locals.
Here comes the cavalry.
Oh, danke, Kim.
He did so at considerable risk to his person. Remember, he was shot. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life was minimal compared to what it could have been.
Ja, das stimmt alles.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant Kitsuragi. I didn't mean to suggest you didn't handle the situation.
Natürlich, musstest du nur das Arschloch raushängen lassen. Streicht sich eine Haarsträhne aus dem Auge und hustet.
He thinks of apologizing, but decides against it.
Ja,
You've spent the week with him on this case. What is your take?
Kim ist der Beste.
On the case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the gun losing, also losing the badge. That's all true. Although he has not been drinking on the job this week.
See?
1 week.
Then there's the self-flagellation issue. He likes to apologize profusely, making
Okay.
it sound like he's guilty of at least first-degree murder.
Das ist
It's
alles
not a good
meine,
communication strategy for an officer.
alles meine
It's-
Bewertung hier am Ende.
It's just strange, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a true blue moralist. He recently attempted to contact a coalition warship in order to assign la responsabilité, which is commendable, but also at odds with his own behavior.
Bei mir passt nichts zusammen.
And then there's the motor carriage in the sea, and the constant smoking everywhere, all the time.
Ich habe einmal
But
geraucht.
despite all this,
Einmal.
he is a great detective, one of the best I have seen, in fact.
Du hast mehr Zigaretten geraucht als ich, Kim.
He can talk human beings into telling him everything. And he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once stopped pursuing leads, however far-fetched and tangential.
Stimmt.
He is tireless, madly driven.
Das ist irgendwie auch so ein bisschen so eine... Das ist fast so eine Charakterbeschreibung. Ich würde mich wirklich auch ständig bei jedem entschuldigen.
Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which,
Yeah.
by the way, I have to disagree with you, Mr. Vicmar, was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
Aber wirklich.
Okay, he did something.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case, and he solved it. We have a confession, a murder weapon, and the perpetrator, locked on the island right now, awaiting transportation. He apprehended a straggler who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since the revolution, who's probably committed other murders over those years. Oh, and he also discovered a new species,
A new species?
a colossal stick insect. It was on the island, camouflaged as the reeds. It unfolded from the reeds. I think we may be dealing with the Insulindian phasmid.
He takes out the photo of the phasmid and shows it to the officers across the yard. The wind blows, flapping the glossy rectangle in his hand. You hear gasps beneath the howling of the wind.
Jetzt fliegt das Foto weg.
As you
Weggarantiert.
can see, it's about 3 meters tall. In fact, we think it may be the largest land invertebrate ever discovered.
Ich sag mal nichts.
Fucking hell is that? Is this somehow connected to the case?
Detective?
Ja, ich glaube, dass das Pheromon, das das Wesen absondert, für die verminderte geistige Leistungsfähigkeit des Mörders verantwortlich sein könnte.
The old man was not aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic.
So it is connected.
I must say, this is absolutely extraordinary. I don't even have words for it.
Yes. It really does make it hard to fire the drunk.
Ich habe nicht getrunken. Seine müden Augen folgen dem Foto, das der Lieutenant wegsteckt.
This is a very, very sad man who has just seen something that's made him forget his sadness. Now you make your case. Now is the
Oh
time.
je.
Now or never.